Now I'm just going to show you how to have an absolutely no maintenance aquarium. So this aquarium is my daughter's and it's been going for 18 months and it's had absolutely no maintenance. Now the first thing is the fish you select. If you select fish like goldfish, which are really messy fish, it's harder to do this. It's absolutely possible but harder. So goldfish have got a long intestine and they don't really have a stomach as such, so they're very messy fish. A lot of these guys here, like mountain clouds, zebra danios, rosy barbs, are a much cleaner species of fish, and it all starts with clean food. So the most important thing is to use a very high quality food which is set at the absorption rate of the fish. The only one I use and trust is Spectrum, because it's the most researched and the only food which gives me this sort of result. So you start with good, clean, healthy food. Then you feed fish that are not too messy. Then you got to make sure that you have fish like your little catfish here that run around and eat the waste from the other fish. You also need to have a sucking catfish that will go around and eat the algae off the glass. And these are all temperate water fish, so there's not actually a heater in this tank. And the big secret is the polyfilter. So you can see on the back there's a black thing that started out white, now it's gone black over the 18 months, and it's just been sucking all the waste from the fish out of the water. So normally the waste accumulates and then you do a water change which freshens it up. Then the waste accumulates and then you do a water change to freshen it up. But in this case I haven't done any water changes or any maintenance at all, and that's very much because of the polyfilter. The other thing that does help too is Easy Life. Now Easy Life is a blend of minerals that affects the molecular structure of the water, so it holds in solution all your good stuff, drops out of solution all your bad stuff, known as a liquid filter. So when you put it in, the water turns all cloudy and then it clears up crystal clear. So you just basically give it a shake, then you tip it in the water and you watch the water go cloudy, and the more cloudy the water goes, the more the Easy Life had to do. And you can't overdose this stuff, so chucking more in is good. I just tip something like that. I probably do that about once a month. And then you'll see all the water go all cloudy. And then the Easy Life's doing its work and just balancing the water all out for me, which is obviously something I appreciate considering that I'm not doing any maintenance. And remember, I'm not actually recommending that you don't do any maintenance. I'm just saying that if you don't do any, it's not the end of the world. And I guess a lot of people are under the impression that aquariums are hard to keep, and based on the fact that this aquarium has not been cleaned or maintained in 18 months, I must disagree. They're easy to keep. You can't find a pet that's easier to keep. The other thing I do too is chuck some KH powder in every now and then, because the KH powder is going to help maintain the pH and KH, because over time, especially with no water changes, you would expect the pH to drop. So I chuck a couple of teaspoons of this in every month just to make sure that the pH isn't going to drop. And pretty much away I go. I did also start with aquarium salt, because the aquarium salt's quite important to make sure the fish have got good immune systems. And I haven't replaced the salt because I'm not actually doing water changes anyway, so the salt stays in the water. So when you're dosing salt, you dose salt for the water that you take out, not the water you put in, because the salt doesn't actually evaporate. So there we have it, with the use of some KH powder to drop the pH, to stop the pH dropping, and KH, some Easy Life to stabilize the water, high quality food so we don't get too much waste. There is a filter in here which just contains a sponge, and that sponge is just cleaned maybe once every month or so in water from the fish tank, not water from the tap, and making sure that you've got polyfilter in it. So you can see this water's starting to clear up already, and if I come back in about, say, an hour, this water will be crystal clear as usual. So you cannot tell me that an aquarium is hard to keep, because this is a very basic Aquarel Princess aquarium and it's had no maintenance. So if you're looking for a lovely piece of furniture, which is also a great pet, which is also a great hobby, setting up an aquarium like this one is the lowest maintenance thing you can possibly do Very low maintenance, and the kids absolutely love it. So what's stopping you? Put a little comment underneath and tell me what you think. Make sure you like any of my videos that you do like, because I think it helps my YouTube ratings. A no maintenance aquarium, evidence.